Hello, this is Alessandrina with Dexter and Alessandrina. And today I wanted to talk to you about the process of having a positive, constructive new habit or practice. So, oftentimes we'll be practicing the things that we don't want in our lives, either our addictions or thoughts that are not empowering us, emotions that also disempower us, feeling the body tight, contracted in survival, and we practice those things every day. And because we practice it every day, it becomes a subconscious process, and now we're just doing it automatically. So how important is it to find the time, to find the energy, to find the motivation, to realize how beneficial it is to have a positive, constructive practice in your life, so that you start changing, transforming your subconscious by practicing this new habit. For most people, because the weight, the density of the old energy and the old events that they're still carrying with them, because of the habit of that, the habit of carrying that, the habit of feeling like that, of thinking like that, there's so much momentum to it. And so at the beginning it can feel really challenging to implement a new practice, or even to think about it. Or even after 2 days you may think about something, oh, I'm going to do this, and then after 2 days you're still maybe doing it, maybe not. And when you're doing it, oftentimes the intensity, in a positive manner, meaning really like how much energy you put into the practice, it reduces, it diminishes over time. And the opportunity here is to keep it new, to really have the same level of heartfelt intention and motivation towards the practice, the positive practice, realizing that only through that process of clearing the old, letting go of those things of the past, and not practicing them anymore out of love for yourself, not from judgment, not from fear or reactivity, really just out of love. Those things are not serving me. They bring more pain, they bring suffering, disconnection. I choose to let them go. And then cultivating the new practice, the one that is going to empower you, to bring you joy, fulfillment, to be centered in your heart. And practicing it with, again, that in French we say fervence, maybe in English, really just like a true desire to serve and to love. And so having a new practice like that is going to really serve you and support you and empower you and align you with what is in your highest and best good and what you want most, whether you're aware of that or not. If you have that positive practice, regardless of being already cognizant of what you truly want, you can have this positive practice and allow for the next best thing for you to unfold as a result of your alignment. So by having a positive practice, you're constantly aligning yourself with what's in your highest and best good, with what is going to bring you the most peace, the most joy, the most love, happiness, the most feelings of compassion, acceptance, forgiveness. And when you have that practice and that is embodied, there's really this sense of freedom and openness and expansion that you can feel in your whole body. And you're less bogged down by thoughts and rehashing the same stories, victimizing about the past, and focused on ways in which you don't feel what you want to feel, instead of clearing that and really practicing cultivating the emotions and the energy that you want. Your emotions don't depend on your external environment or on your relationships. They don't. We imagine they do. We learn that they do. We're conditioned to thinking that they do. We misunderstand when we're a child, and we imagine that we can control through our emotions, that we can control the external world, just like we thought when we cried we could control mom and dad. So when we let go of that, then we are empowered to cultivate whatever emotion we choose, whatever energy we choose, instead of depending on the external environment, on people, on external relationships to generate a certain feeling or emotion in you, as if you needed that. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, not at the beginning at least, to be in that process where no matter what happens, your state of emotion is regulated by you, managed by you internally. And what someone says, what someone does or doesn't do or doesn't say, doesn't change your state of being and your state of emotion. So that's a very high bar. And it's a start to follow. It's something to essentially be aware of and to intend and to move towards over time. And that's such a wonderful, motivating thing to really have that shining star, that guiding star that helps us to be connected to ourselves, to be connected into the present moment, into how empowered we can be when we choose to be. I hope this was helpful and that it empowers you and really motivates you to have a positive practice in your life, a new habit, something really positive for yourself that you do every day, just like you practice the negative, to learn to practice the positive and to let that transform you, to let that motivation, even if in the first few days actually you don't feel motivated, there's a lot of resistance. And resistance will come up, especially if we've been practicing something very different. It feels very uncomfortable, the uncertainty, the unknown, not knowing what will happen next. So for a lot of people, they'd rather have the same old, even if the same old doesn't feel good. They'd rather have that for the certainty of it, for the illusion of control. Sending you much love and hoping this was helpful to you.